minutes from the last public business meeting?
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
All right, moving into our presentations tonight. First, we have Mr. Jason Bennett and Rick Hoover. They have the 2019 our comprehensive annual financial report and audit.
Looking forward to this all year.
Well, okay, yes, I'm here to present the 2019 financial report, audit report. Once again, we had an unmodified clean opinion. These financial statements are as of June 30th, 2019. That clean opinion financial statements were presented fairly in all material respects in conformity with generally accepted accounting principles. In reference to the general fund, on pages C11 and C12, general fund had total revenues of $92.7 million, expenditures of $89 million, net transfers to other funds about $3.3 million, and a net change of a positive $400,000. I believe the financial report will be on the website probably tomorrow or the first of the week. And I'd like to take this opportunity to thank Jason and his staff for another fine year dealing with us for the past 6 or 7 months. So I appreciate all their efforts. That's all I have.
Great. Thank you, Rick. And I'd like to thank our finance department for doing that and the Board of Ed for getting everything to us on time. So thank you for everyone.
Jason, how many total audits do you got to gather up to get this ready? Outside audits?
So there's 4 that go into that audit, 4 component units. So sometimes that's some wrangling.
All right, gentlemen, into our action agenda. It's my pleasure to introduce Mr. Gene Silverman, the president of Berkeley Springs Instruments, and Gregory Hildreth, our economic development specialist. They're going to talk to us about an expansion they're doing.
Good evening, Commissioners. So as you know, one of the core functions of economic development is business retention and expansion. So I'm here tonight to talk about a very exciting expansion project for a local business. Been engaged with Berkeley Springs Instruments, also referred to as BSI, to save some syllables there, probably since April of last year. I know that Jeff had been engaged with them prior to that for probably an additional year at least. It's a company he was very excited about. I'm very excited about them. So we're planning a project to facilitate their expansion in the Frostburg Industrial Park. And we have with us tonight Dr. Eugene Silverman. He's the founder and president of Berkeley Springs Instruments. So I'd like to invite him to the podium if you'd like to say a few words.
Thanks, Greg. Good afternoon.
Sir?
It's exciting. I guess I'll address the commissioners, and if there are any questions after my little spiel, I'll be more than happy to address the questions. Gene Silverman, as Greg indicated, I'm here because of my wife's family. They have strong roots in Allegany County for a number of years. I'm not going to go back that far, but we've been here for quite some time. The company was formed in 2007 in, of all places, Berkeley Springs, West Virginia. We expanded, needed more space, needed more brain power. A number of the people that worked for us actually lived here in the Cumberland area and also in Frostburg. So we made the move for a number of reasons. My wife's family, also we found a nice building on Route 51 away from the maddening crowd of downtown Cumberland. But it was quiet, it was protected, high security, and we could do the kind of things that we do. So the next question is, what do we do? We are a company that develops technology for the monitoring of the infrastructure in the United States and also for Canada. We build sensors which are applied to pipelines, potentially bridges, buildings, roadways, that are used to monitor the mechanical integrity of a pipeline. And these pipelines could contain natural gas, oil, water, wastewater, but it is basically it's a method of automatically monitoring the basic integrity of the pressurized and unpressurized pipelines and also tanks. What's unique about the technology is that you can actually talk to the sensors via the internet. So you can log on via a terminal from an iPhone, and you can monitor these pipelines anywhere in the world. customers tend to be large energy companies throughout the United States and Canada. We're now looking, sort of poison ourselves to look at the Middle East market, Europe, and Asia as well. The reason I'm here is that we have run out of space. We need more room. And by the luck of the draw, more or less, with meeting Greg and before that Jeff Barkley, we stumbled upon the property near the university, which brings us closer to a brain trust of students, interns, professors that can help us staff up, gives us an opportunity to train them in our technology as well. So we saw that as a sort of a nice fit in that particular area. Currently, we have about 20, 25 employees. Most of them are in the Cumberland, Frostburg area. We have a few in Albuquerque, New Mexico, the state of Michigan as well. And we actually draw from folks from all over the country, basically, because the nature of the technology allows you to do the work virtually via software, remotely, or here in Cumberland, where we do most of the manufacturing. The new facility will be used primarily for R&D, for manufacturing, and for new product development, and to a certain extent, manufacturing as well, depending on the rapidity of our growth. So we're going from 20-25 folks today. We look to expand to, I think, around 40 or 50 people within 3 or 4 years. And that's our growth plan, which is ergo the need to have more space. So that's my pitch. Any questions?
No, we are extremely pleased that
Thank you.
that you're making this kind of investment to stay. 2011, I was heading home one night, and a guy stopped me along the road, and I said, "Oh my God, Kevin, it's nice to see you.
Oh,
I didn't know
Kevin,
you
yeah.
was back in the area." And he was telling me about your company and how it started and what you was doing. I was like, I had no idea. He said, "Yeah, they're just moved out into Mexico Farms." I said, "Well, if you need anything, holler." Well, 2 days later, he called and said, "Hey, we can't get internet service. Can you help?" And that's when
And we,
Matt Diaz
Thank you.
and Beth Thomas reached out to you. And it's such a story that I was blown away because I had no idea. And to see where you're at now and getting ready to really, truly expand here, we are extremely proud. I think you're one of the unsung heroes of this area with the
Thank you.
technology you're bringing here. So.
we appreciate that, and so our claim to fame then, our growth is dependent on the internet.
Yeah.
So we thank you for bringing the wire to us, and now we have fiber. We just upgraded to a fiber network as well, so we appreciate that. Thank you.
Wonderful.
Absolutely, sir.
Great. Is there a motion?
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Thank
Thank
you,
you.
Gene.
Thank you, Mr.
Thank you.
Silverman.
Thank you.
Welcome.
Please
Greg,
stick
thank you.
around in case these guys have any questions for you after the meeting, because it is really, truly exciting what you do there. So.
Thank you. Yeah, I'll stick
I
around.
did give them permission to go.
Oh, well, that's,
We'll be quick.
yeah.
Will the press not be too tough on you? All right. Next up, we have an MOU with First Peoples for the Willowbrook Outdoor Wellness Center Fitness Court. Sierra Wigfield.
Good evening. So what I'm asking is for the commissioners to sign the memorandum of understanding with the First Peoples Credit Union. It provides terms for sponsoring the fitness court, which is also partially sponsored by the National Fitness Campaign. It will be one of many amenities in the Willowbrook Outdoor Wellness Center that's adjacent to the Allegany College of Maryland campus. So more details on that to come very, very soon. So anyway.
Sierra, and Commissioners, if I may add, this National Fitness Court is, we are one of...
They just put in their centennial one, so this will be, 105 or whatever number we'll reach whenever we put it in, hopefully later this spring.
Right, and we are one of a few rural communities that actually vied for this opportunity, and this partnership with First Peoples allows us to access that. That includes, correct me if I'm wrong, Sierra, but that also includes some workouts that can be actually app-driven.
Yeah, so that or you can challenge your friends, and it's, outdoors, and it's open to the public, so it's free and, accessible for everybody. So, yeah, I'm excited about what's coming. So, yeah,
Very good.
Great.
thank you.
Is there a motion?
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Great.
Thank you,
Thanks,
Sierra.
Okay, moving on to our consent agenda. Mr. Butler.
Commissioners, good evening. Item number 4 is Resolution 20-2 regarding some rules and regulations governing employees. Item number 5 is a community promotions account appropriation to the Alhambra Catholic Invitational Tournament. Item number 6 is the Ag Land Preservation Board appointment. Item number 7, Region 1 EMS Advisory Council appointments. Item number 8 is the Alleghany County High School demolition. Of course, that is the old high school hazardous materials inspection scope. Item number 9 is an award for the drum-style wood chipper, and item number 10 is the Georges Creek Shaft Stream Restoration Landowners Agreements.
Great. Commissioners, any discussion?
Yes, sir.
I will add on Allegheny High School, what they're doing is going in looking for the asbestos, and then after that point, then we'll be able to get a bid for what the full demolition will be, but we got to get that done first. So, is there a motion?
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
All righty. Assistant Attorney Beeman.
I have nothing.
Mr. Butler.
We'll continue that trend. I also have nothing.
Commissioner Caparelli.
I was going to think up something, but no, nothing to add tonight. Thank you.
I have just one little thing, sir.
Go
It
ahead.
was actually Tuesday night, I attended our first graduating class up at the Makerspace at our draw training center, and then the phone started the next morning over how do we get involved with this. We had several people that had lost their job at the railroad that was interested in retraining, and so it was lots of questions. It's getting traction. There's a lot of people interested. So, Brandon, if we can get that out there on the internet and get a little more public outreach of how to draw people in and get into these advanced manufacturing classes and this and that. ACM did a spectacular job with getting these people trained. So it was just kind of funny. We got blamed for not doing enough for the railroad, and I said, well, we really wasn't. It wasn't even in conception. It was nothing pointed at anyone. It's just the timing worked out. So we have lots of people in the public who got questions to ask and want to utilize the facility.
Great.
So,
All right. I will add this. The Opportunity Scholarships have been in the news. That decision to end them, I think, came as a surprise to all of us. You know, I found out about it in the newspaper, what was going on. And obviously, you have to balance the needs of multiple people trying to use that funding. That decision was made by the Local Development Council, not the Board of Commissioners. And I think there is a way that we can get that resolved. Because I personally would like to see the scholarships continue. I think they've been good, and I think they have a good impact on the community. So stay tuned on that. The next few weeks, we're going to be working to try to find a solution on those.
thank you.
Yes, absolutely.
Okay. With that, we have one person signed up to speak tonight, Mr. Kenneth Wilmont.
Kenneth Wilmont. I live at 513 Ford Avenue, Cumberland, Maryland. I'm here to defend our state Rocky Gap Park. 30 years ago, before you were born, Jake, myself and about 50 volunteers volunteered to keep the park clean. The reason being that the state put in a big article in the newspaper, no money to keep our state parks clean. So a whole group of us went out. We kept that place spotless. This was before the casino and the hotel and the golf course. You will not believe how many people would stop us guys and say, and they would just stand there in the parking lot. There was just a little parking lot and a bathhouse for men and women. They said, how you must really love working here. He said, the scenery is breathtaking. I said, yeah, we all enjoy it. That's why we're here. 3.5 years later, big article in the newspaper, $69 million hotel and golf course to be built at Rocky Gap. They took out 20 acres, beautiful swampland. Us guys had a path right down through the middle of it to get to the lake shore. Birds everywhere, just by the hundreds. It's all gone now. And now they want to put a stupid water park at Rocky Gap and cut down 40 acres of trees. They've already desecrated our natural beauty. People don't come here for, they came up before you commercialized it, and they love the scenery. All the pretty scenery's gone. Now they want to add to it by cutting down 40 acres of trees and putting in a stupid water park. Just think what the cost is going to be to heat the water for that water. And how long do you think it'll run out of a year? Maybe a month. Because let me tell you, I personally have walked every square inch of that park, campsites along the side. And people don't want, it'll only run maybe for a month out of the year. And it's going to cost you an arm and a leg to heat the water. And where are you going to get the water from? You're going to have to get it out of the lake. I don't know how much water they'll need, but I think it's a sin that our state park is open range for every Tom, Dick, and Harry that has an idea. How many people you think is going to come to that water? There's probably a dozen of them up and down the Atlantic coast. I got friends, they go someplace and it's only an hour and a half away. But anyway, you got to remember that our trees are our source of oxygen. Every time we cut a tree down, a single tree provides enough oxygen for a year for 4 people. On top of that, now we're going to cut down, I don't know how many trees on this Chevy Chase project, 400 acres there. We don't have to wonder why we have climate change and why people are sick, because we don't have enough oxygen to go around. And what people are breathing is about half and half oxygen and carbon dioxide. But get educated, look up trees. It'll tell you all about them. But here in the United States, they all got a dollar sign on them. That's all they teach you at the forestry. I've been to some of them forestries. So every time we cut a tree down, all we're doing is pulling that noose a little bit tighter. But like I said, Mr. Shade, 30 years ago, us guys kept it spotless. And the day they put it in the paper that they were going to build this golf course and this hotel, all of us quit except about 3 or 4. And I don't know what they do out there. I don't go there no more. I think it's a crime and a sin that we state parks that were put there for the use of everybody are being commercialized. And then they don't even give a thought to the animals that live there, the birds and the animals and the deer. We're supposed to take care of those people, but we're not. Anyway, and on this thing out at The college, this fitness center, they got one up in the park and nobody uses it. Thank you for listening. I hope, you know, I got more miles behind me than I got in front of me. I hope somebody someday realizes the real reason for climate change. Every time you cut down trees, it creates a hot spot. And that's where a lot of problems begin. Thank you.
Great. Thank you, Mr. Wilmont. Okay. Our next public business meeting will be Thursday, February 27th at 5 p.m. Meeting's adjourned.
Thank you.
Take one down and pass it around.